In this video, we'll be looking at the TEXTJOIN formula. If you need to combine names, addresses, or lists of text together without manually typing commas or spaces, TEXTJOIN makes this very easy. In this video, we'll show exactly how it works and in what ways it is better than CONCAT in many situations, and also how to use it in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at the formula. As you see here, TEXTJOIN has two parameters that you have to complete before you then get to start inputting the list of cells you want to join. If you've seen any of the other videos on text before, text split, or text after, you'll have seen that the delimiter is used as a marker in the source text to find where the split point is when it's breaking a cell apart. In TEXTJOIN, the delimiter is going to be used as something to be added to the result as a separator between each piece of text. Ignore empty tells the formula whether to skip over a blank cell or to include it in the result. If you choose to include blank cells, it will typically result in an extra instance of your chosen delimiter appearing in your result. We'll take a look at that in a moment. And finally, after adding those first two parameters, we get to the part where we tell the formula which cells it's to join together. You can just keep adding cells here, separated by commas. It's unlikely you're going to run out. Now, let's take a look at this formula in action. In D2, we'll type in our TEXTJOIN formula, and we'll put a space in double quotes as our delimiter. Then, I'm going to put true into the next parameter, which will tell Excel to ignore empty cells. Now, I'll start to add in our source cells, A2, B2, and C2. Then, when I close it out, we see that it's joined those three cells together and separated each one with our space delimiter that we specified. Now let's take a quick look at what it would have taken to get that result using the CONCAT formula. In D4, I'll type the CONCAT formula, then reference cell A4 as our first cell. Then, after a comma, I'm going to add a space in double quotes, followed by another comma, then I'll pull cell B4. Then, after another comma, I have to add another space in double quotes, and then I can pull the final cell, C4. See that this involves more parameters than the TEXTJOIN, as you have to add each separator manually as you are building it, whereas with TEXTJOIN, you just specify it at the start one time. In this next example, we'll take a look at the ignore empty parameter and how it affects different results. I'll add the TEXTJOIN formula, followed by a hyphen in double quotes as our delimiter. Now, I'll put false in the next part here, which tells the formula to include all cells, even if they are empty. Then, after the next comma, I'll add cells A3, B3, and C3. When I press enter here, note that you see two hyphens between the first and last name. This is because Excel adds the first name, then the hyphen delimiter, then it includes the blank cell, then another hyphen, and then the last name. I'll go back and change this formula to true so that it ignores empty cells. You now see that we have a single hyphen, as it completely skipped over the empty cell and did not add an unnecessary delimiter. I'll copy this down so you can see the expected behavior in the remaining cells. And now we'll take a look at how TEXTJOIN works with addresses. Here we have an address consisting of street name, city, state, and zip code. We'll add our TEXTJOIN formula here and put a comma as our separator. We can then put true so that empty cells are ignored, and then we'll reference cells A7, A8, A9, and A10. The result works, but it looks a little crunched together. All we have to do here is go back into the formula, and where we have our comma delimiter in double quotes, we'll add a space as well. Remember that anything in double quotes in formulas is just used by Excel as raw data, so you can realistically use whatever characters you want as a delimiter, even multiple characters. Now, when we press enter, we see the result that looks a little more spaced out. And that's it for TEXTJOIN. It's commonly used for creating full names, addresses, product descriptions, and many other types of data. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel for more Excel tutorials.